So we have Boruto 2 Blue Vortex chapter 10, and in this chapter we have the battle between Sarada and Hidari, as well as Himawari activating the NINETAILS chakra in order to fight Jura. With Boruto leaving the village temporarily after Kawaki activated his karma due to the resonance between each other, this forced Boruto to be in the shadows for this chapter and most likely for the next couple of chapters as he waits for his karma seal to disappear. This was another action-packed chapter in 2 Blue Vortex that provided a lane for the other new gen characters such as Sarada and Himawari, who are set up to have massive roles in the time skip. At the end of chapter 9, we left off with Himawari meeting Kurama for the first time, with Team 10 escaping Konoha from Jura and Hidari. Shikamaru informs Konohamaru and the other Jonin to stop the 10 tails that have invaded the village. He also informs Kawaki to stop pursuing Boruto, but instead help out Team 10 and Himawari, where Kawaki and Delta leave the village. Shikamaru contacts Boruto on what happened to him, as we see Boruto still recovering from his karma forming onto his body. As we've seen in the last chapter when Boruto activated his karma due to the resonance from Kawaki, we learned that he cannot control his karma since he was forced to flee from the battlefield. Boruto tells Shikamaru that he needs a little break and that his karma appearing is a minor issue, meaning that most likely Boruto will be out of the story for the next couple of chapters as he waits for his karma to go away. Jura then informs Hidari that he will be after Himawari, as Hidari is confronted by Konohamaru and more Konoha ninja. Konohamaru realizes that one of the two trespassers was Sasuke, as he contacts the sensor unit to confirm the chakra data to Hidari, where the sensor unit does confirm that Hidari is actually Sasuke based off the chakra match. Hidari asks Konohamaru what business they have with them, as they are interrupted by Sarada and Sumire. Hidari immediately recognizes Sarada, as his goal is to kill her after all, where he immediately tries to go for the kill by teleporting behind Sarada using the claw marks. Hidari goes for a chidori, however Sarada reacts to this attack using her Sharingan, gets out of the way and does the chidori back, striking Hidari's side, making him fall to the ground. Almost immediately Sarada recognizes that Hidari was using chidori, which only she and Sasuke can use. This is the first time both characters meet in person since Hidari's introduction, which will become an emotional battle between father and daughter. And this sets up perfectly for Sarada's first solo battle in the manga and a perfect opponent for her to display her new power post time skip ever since unlocking her Mangekyo Sharingan. Moving on in this chapter, Kurama introduces himself to Himawari as he explains that he and Himawari are now the same body and soul. Himawari is confused on how this exactly happened, as Kurama informs her that his life force ran out when inside of Naruto's body. As we know, Naruto activated the Baryon mode against Ishiki, which forced Kurama to burn his life force away in order to help Naruto to stop Ishiki. As a result, Kurama did pass away, but death for a Bijou is not eternal, as eventually the chakra will reform to life years later. Kurama explains that he had no idea that he would be reborn inside of Himawari, and this could be because the NINETAILS chakra was inherited when Himawari was born, or this was due to her destiny because of the Uzumaki and Hyuga genetics that was passed down from Naruto and Hinata. Kurama informs Himawari that whatever happens from now on, she will have to accept the reality that she is now the new NINETAILS Jinchuriki. Himawari immediately accepts this position by greeting Kurama right away, which impresses him. Heading back into reality, Jura has caught up to Team 10, where Himawari immediately tries to gather the NINETAILS chakra in order to protect everyone. Obviously, Himawari has seen Naruto fight using the NINETAILS before, so now that she has accepted that she is now the new NINETAILS Jinchuriki, she thinks that she can just draw out the NINETAILS power right away, like how her father could when he had Kurama. However, this does not work, as Jura sends Team 10 flying into the dirt by breaking Inojin's beast mimicry jutsu. Himawari continues to ask Kurama for his power, however he tells her that this is something that only she can do when gathering the NINETAILS chakra, since he cannot simply give her his powers. He even tells her that her affinity with the NINETAILS is even higher than any of her predecessors before, which even includes Naruto's. This foreshadows that Himawari's ability to potentially use the NINETAILS is going to be crazy, because if Naruto can reach the heights of Baryon mode with Kurama's powers, this sets up for so many new possibilities for Himawari to reach a power level that not many characters can actually reach. This could include her own chakra mode and maybe even something higher with her chakra affinity. However, in order to get this power, she will need to believe in herself and get rid of any preconceived notions, or else she will die against any future opponents, such as with Jura for example. And realizing that almost all hope is lost, Himawari tries to attack Jura right away, but then gets stopped where Jura breaks her leg instantly. She realizes that she can't actually save her friends, but Team 10 continues to press on, where Inojin tries to follow up as Himawari starts to turned into a tree for Jura to devour. Inojin tries to stop Jura from doing so, but Jura decides that it's enough when realizing that they won't stop attacking, so he instantly destroys Inojin with the night panel, turning him into a donut. This clearly puts him into a deathly position where it may look like he will die, as Jura says that according to something that he did read, the artistic way of hurting Inojin is called aesthetics, which is such a hilarious thing for Jura to say as he's learning more about this world. This man really thinks he's writing an IG caption or something, man, I don't know. However, this triggers Himawari to trigger the Ninetails chakra as she breaks out of captivity from the tree, which catches everyone off guard. And the paneling of Himawari breaking out into a rage is awesome, as you can see her hair flare out like it's the Ninetails, where she tells Jura to stop hurting Inojin. Kurama immediately is impressed by Himawari since she was able to gather the Ninetails chakra out of rage, where he tells her that it's time to go crazy on Jura for hurting Inojin. And this is where the chapter ends. I'm gonna tell you right now, when it comes to Boruto 2 Blue Vortex so far, this was another banger chapter from Kishimoto. I absolutely love that the direction of the story right now is to kind of put Boruto on the side since he is now recovering from his karma seal appearing, which will allow other characters to finally get some shine. We initially saw this with Team 10 when they were trying to battle against Jura and Hidari as they were escaping from the village. We did see their teamwork trying to help out Himawari. However, now that they are stuck in a corner against a villain that is, let's be real, probably the strongest villain we have seen thus far, they don't really have any chance of really beating him. However, with Himawari activating her Ninetails and Kurama saying that her affinity is higher than any of the predecessors before when it comes to being the Ninetails Jinchuriki, this will definitely set up for Himawari to become an absolute monster and a powerhouse for the rest of this series. And I'm really glad because I have to admit, I was proven wrong about Himawari's character. Initially, when I saw Himawari's character in the anime, obviously we've seen her potential with the Byakugan. However, I really didn't think it was going to pan out to anything because, let's be real here, having just a regular base Byakugan wasn't going to be enough to fight amongst the powerhouses like the Otsutskis and the Tensels, such as we've seen with Boruto and Kawaki, and even with Naruto and Sasuke at their absolute peak. That still isn't even enough to stop the top tier villains in this series. So with that being said, I never really expected Himawari to get that powerful that quickly. However, what I do want to say is that I'm glad I've been proven wrong because Himawari's character so far, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving that she is getting this focus in the time skip because it's definitely needed. I'm so happy that Kishimoto is really taking this direction by actually prioritizing the new gen for once, right? Because in Boruto Part 1, it was really a combination of Naruto, Boruto, Sasuke, and Kawaki, and everyone else got a little bit, such as Sarada and Mitsuki. Now we're getting a lot more information and a lot more focus with the new gen because let's be real, a lot of these old gen characters, they're done, right? Naruto's not here anymore, Sasuke is not here anymore. However, the dynamics and the teachings of what Naruto and Sasuke taught to the likes of Boruto, Sarada, the rest of the Konoha ninja, and even Himawari as well, you're seeing these principles being brought amongst them, such as protecting the village. For example, with Team 10 continuously trying to stop Hidari and Jura, even though they are no match in terms of power, they continuously press on in order to protect their village. That is called the Well of Fire. That is what makes them Konoha ninja, and I really like that Kishimoto is going in this direction because, let's be real bro, we need it. Obviously, when it comes to this upcoming fight between Himawari and Jura, I'm gonna be real, I don't think she's going to win. I don't think anybody expects it. However, I do think we're going to see a little bit of Himawari's future as the Ninetails Jinchuriki. Because here's the thing now, Himawari and Kurama, they're basically friends, let's be real here. Kurama obviously had that relationship with Naruto, and now that Naruto passed away, Kurama understands that he has to be the good Ninetails instead of the bad Ninetails that he was back in the day in original Naruto. Can't be that evil being, but instead guide Himawari in the right direction in order to use this power. Right now, Kurama is amped up because Himawari is in a rage. However, I do think their relationship will evolve over time because, let's be real here, Kurama has went through a lot as a character, and now that he's seen everything with Naruto from the start, since the day that he was born to the day that he couldn't be with him anymore, that legacy will be passed down onto Himawari, and I'm glad that she is following it through. And I do think the explanation on why he came back makes perfect sense because we already know that tailed beasts cannot permanently die. We already seen this in Naruto where some tailed beasts have been killed before, however, their chakra will reform years later. And I'm glad that Himawari is now the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. We also do know that Kawaki is heading her way, so eventually Himawari will have backup from Kawaki and Delta, though I don't think that will be enough at all, as we've already seen Jura take out Kawaki within a panel. But I do think this is another great chapter for Kishimoto. I do want to say Ikimoto, I really loved his paneling when it came to the transformation from Himawari activating the Nine-Tails, the zoomed out perspective shots. That was awesome, the angle of it. I thought it was a little bit Kishimoto-esque. This is another great chapter from Kishimoto and Ikimoto, another banger, man. Let me know what you think about all of that in the comment section below. What would you rate this Boruto chapter? What was your favorite part? And tell me, what are your predictions for Boruto chapter 11? Because I think Himawari is going to surprise a lot of us. Personally, I don't think she's going to stop Jura. I don't think anyone can. So let me know about all that in the comment section below. So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell as well, and have a good day. Peace.